the PGA Tour or PGA Golf merging with this LIV Golf out of Saudi Arabia. And
that happened. That happened.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, if you've been following it the past few months, these players were basically saying, how do I not sign with Saudi Arabia when they're going to give me a incredible amount of money more, and I'm going to be working less days, we're going to be on less tours. But the thing that you really can't dismiss, and why it's just so crazy to see what's going on in America in terms of like losing all these things that were a part of American culture, is you can't just forget or dismiss the fact that the people who were behind what happened on 9/11, regardless of like what the Bush administration said, they were not from Iraq. They were mostly from Saudi Arabia. No president in my lifetime has really pushed back on Saudi Arabia.
Where's Osama bin Laden? Where's his family from? Where's his construction business from? Isn't that Saudi?
Yeah.
Isn't something? Yeah.
And I mean, I just think of the experience of guys who've even been on the show, like Clint Emerson, who grew up in Saudi Arabia, who could tell you that there's a reason that they despise the culture over there and that they shouldn't be looked at as our allies. And I know that for these players, they think to themselves, well, I'm just there to play golf. It's almost like these guys who went to North Korea with Dennis Rodman, and when they were getting grilled by Chris Cuomo, they were like, hey, we're not here to get involved in politics. We're here to play a game. But when you sign a multi-million-dollar contract, right, with a government that murdered Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist over there, and that still rules with an iron fist under that Islamic law, you are, in a sense, putting your approval on that. And now, PGA Golf, this is what they're going to be affiliated with, just like the NBA, right, as affiliations with China. And I feel like very few things now are uniquely American. And I don't have any solution for it. I'm just saying this is not a good road to go down.
No, it's virtue, it's ethics. And most athletes, you hate me if you want, guys, but you don't have it. Your ethics is money, how much money.
And most of the executives, right, of these places. I mean, it's because it's not that, in terms of the PGA, like that one's not the athletes. And I'm sure that these same executives, right, will say, never forget 9/11.
Yeah.
Never forget the people who died. But then we're going to do business and give money essentially to a government who funded 9/11.
And any of us that's fought in a global war on terror will tell you that Saudi Arabia is the puppet masters making all that shit happen, man. And then they're standing off their corner like, hey, we ain't doing nothing. No, we're funding terror. I said Osama bin Laden. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty dead sure his family's construction company, and he's Saudi, and they were started in Saudi Arabia. If I'm wrong, guys, I'm sorry. But regardless of that, even get beyond that, Saudi Arabia always is the one stirring the pot and making terrorists do their thing with money or backings or anything that comes out with terrorism in the Middle East. So I'm with you, man. I really have much to say because I agree. I can't add anything to that. I think you're spot on, and ethics always get trumped by money.
Of course. I mean, could you imagine if these big players before this merger went through, like Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson, got out there in front of the press and said, hey, we were offered an extravagant contract, but we're not going to do this because we're going to put our country first. But it would never happen.
And
it would never happen.
No,
it's unfortunate, man.